Which engine is best when you decide to buy yourself a Toyota Allion? In this video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys which of the three engine options that you get in the Toyota Allion are best for you to buy, what are the differences, and what are some of the issues that you may face in the different engine options that you get with this Toyota Allion. This Allion is currently for sale at Covenant Motors, so if you're interested in purchasing this car, then you can get in touch with Covenant Motors to be able to find out the pricing and get a good deal on a Toyota Allion. But let's get into talking about the three engine options that you get with the Toyota Allion. And the first thing that I want to say is the Allion actually makes it pretty easy for you to know what engine option you're getting. So if you walk around to the back of your Allion, you can see this code right here which says A18. So I know that this is a 1.8 liter petrol, which is the second engine option that you get on the Toyota Allion. That is the 2ZR engine. But if it says A15, then you know you're getting the 1.5 liter. That's your first engine option. And if it says A20, then you know that you're getting the 2 liter option, which is your third option. So basically those are the three tiers of engines that you get when you purchase a Toyota Allion, and this is a 2012 model, so you're going to basically get those engine options. I can make another video about the older 2006 2005 models to see what engine options you can get, but it's becoming more common for people to buy these ones. So let's talk about the three engine options. So the first engine option you get is the 1.5 liter, which is the 1NZ. This is a tried and tested 1.5 liter engine with great fuel consumption, and all three of them have pretty much around the same fuel consumption, but the 1NZ is the lowest with about 8.7 liters to 100 kilometers. I've seen others do even better than that, but on average all three of the engine options that you get in this will give you around 8.7 liters to 100 kilometers. So as far as the 1NZ, it's 110 to 120 horsepower, so it's a 4-cylinder petrol, naturally aspirated, and it's an extremely reliable engine. I know a lot of people know that. I don't even need to say that. That engine has been used in a lot of cars, and the Toyota Allion is definitely no exception. It's still a very reliable petrol engine, but obviously it does have some drawbacks, especially with the higher mileage ones. When they go above 160,000, 150,000, you can see things like, you know, oil consumption, and it will also get some oil leaks around some of the gaskets. But again, it's a very strong engine, so as long as you're taking care of it and you're using the right engine oil, changing your oils regularly, and if you get any damage to, for example, the cooling system, you make sure that you sort those things out so it doesn't go through any overheating cycles, then you'll definitely see way over 200,000 miles with your 1NZ, not even showing any of those signs and symptoms that I just spoke about. So the 1NZ is really good, but another drawback that it has is also the power, because here in the Allion you have a car that weighs around 1.5 tons, so it can feel a bit slow when you're using the 1NZ model in the Toyota Allion. And you know, it can, even when you pack people inside the car and you're going for a long trip, you've got luggage in the back, it can start to feel like you're kind of stressing the engine. So with the 1.5, with its 120 horsepower, it can start to feel like the car is a bit heavy, and that's when you start to move up to the 2ZR, which is what we have right here. The A18 has the 2ZR engine. With the 2ZR engine you get 150 horsepower, which now, you know, gives it a bit more power, and it starts to feel less sluggish even when you load it full of people and you have some luggage in the back, you're going for a long trip. It actually feels a lot more powerful. And with the 2ZR engine, what are some of the, you know, faults that come with it? It's also a very reliable engine from Toyota. It has been used in multiple vehicles, but like its predecessor, the 1ZZ, the 2ZR also has some oil consumption issues, but that's on very high mileage models. So you're talking about a car that has done 150 plus kilometers on the road, then you start to see some oil consumption problems. And it also has a similar issue with the piston rings on the design of the 2ZR. But also, if you keep your car well maintained it actually gives you a lot of miles without, you know, those issues really being major. I've seen people do more than, you know, 190,000, 200,000 with 2ZR engines and not have any of those issues. So obviously when your car gets to a much higher mileage, you don't want to stress it a lot. So for example, you know, overtaking, just driving it aggressively, that also contributes largely to your car ending up in situations where, you know, the piston rings. As much as, yes, there's a manufacturing issue, but if you drive it you know, nice and slow, then you will not really have those issues. The 2ZR, very reliable when you take care of it. And it's the same thing for the 3ZR. It's around 150, and when you get the 3ZR, it's also a similar experience. You've got enough power. Even if you fill this car with you know, all the people taking up all the seats, you put some luggage in the back, going for a long trip, you don't feel like this thing is being weighed down like you would feel in the 1.5 liter 1NZ engine. You actually get a good driving experience with no problems overtaking. So all three models will come with a CVT transmission, and the CVT transmission has also been proven to be reliable on these things. Just remember to use it wisely. CVT transmissions are made to give your car the best fuel economy. They are not made for racing. So I see some people, because some models will come with, you know, paddle shifters, and you can shift this thing into manual mode, but I advise against that. Just drive this thing normally and you have no problems with your CVT transmission. But as far as, you know, the transmission goes, it's already very reliable. So one thing that you don't want to play around with when it comes to any three of the engines that you get in the Toyota Allion is your oil changes, because the 1NZ, for example, has a VVTi system, and then the 2ZR has VVTi, plus it does have the Valvematic system as well. And these systems are very sensitive to, you know, getting dirty in the oil, because they have very tiny oil passages, filters, and, you know, solenoids that they use to work properly. So if you get yourself a Toyota Allion with a 1NZ, 2ZR, or a 3ZR, you need to make sure that you're using high quality oil. I would recommend a fully synthetic oil every time for you to just have this thing running properly. So just take note of that when you buy these cars, because once you sleep on an oil change, you can easily start to lose performance on your car, and it can lead to a lot of other problems. Great, so I hope that somebody was able to understand the differences between the three engine types. And of course, if you want this Allion, these cars are available here at Covenant Motors. You can be able to purchase at a very good price and know that you're getting a good car with no issues. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.